Hello guys, I'm the game PHOBIA and welcome to the Stanley Parable part 4 and hopefully the last part. Okay, so we are going to go where the escape is because it's finally escape
Although
time.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? No.
The
Okay,
door
now I'm
behind him was
scared.
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'm so scared, I'm so scared. What? What? So what? I'm dead now. Hello, loading screen. So, what are you up to, guys, today? Today is such a beautiful day here. It's like not too cold, but it's sunny and it's quite nice, I must say. Oh, here we are. What? Where am I? Okay, what?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his
What?
life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
No,
Stanley
no,
can't see
no.
the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What? No. Help, help, no.
Farewell,
What?
Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What
In
are
a
you?
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, it hurts me. What? Boxes! Hello, boxes!
Hello, Arena.
Here. Oh my god. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
But who are
What
you?
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Wow!
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see
So
that
beautiful.
Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Whoa, here are some buttons. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used through the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, so what about... Oh my god. First here, because it's something like... Oh. Oh my god. It's like a museum. It's so cool. Am I going crazy maybe? More endings, fewer endings, more narration, fewer narrations, more Stanley, less Stanley. Did I hear something? From like Harry's subject question. Hi, Mr. Narrator guy. What? Who is changing these? No one's here though. Oh my god, this is the cell phone. Department timer. Oh my god, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? What if I get lost here? I don't know. Okay, so it's nothing here. Monitor room, elevator. So I guess we're going to the exit. Yeah.
Oh, look at these two.
Who?
How they wish to
What?
destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Who?
How they both wish to be free.
Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Who are you? Who am I
Listen
talking
me.
to?
You can still
What?
save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
What? So I guess I'm dead now, like for good. Was that heaven or something like that? Or what? What now? It's just black screen. Is it done? Or what? I don't get it. What's happening? Hello? Hello? I can't move. Escape. So did it crash or this is the end? Like the end where nothing happens? Is this life after death or something like that? Because I don't know. Okay, so apparently the game crashed, or I don't know if that was the ending or the game crashed, or I don't know. So now we are going to go downstairs to see what happens. What's here? Hello?
But
Oh my God, a
Stanley
car.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Exactly.
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His
What?
boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
I was there
Maybe,
before.
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for
Am I moving
no
in
reason
circles?
at all. None of it made any
I am.
logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
Why it's a
Stanley
B
felt
instead
to
of
have
3?
finally found an answer, an
What?
explanation.
Oh my God.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Maybe
He thought to
I
himself,
am dreaming.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled
This is so
that he had still
beautiful.
not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing
Exactly.
and
Yes.
thinking?
Yes.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming
I'm
about
dizzy.
a voice
Let's go back.
describing me thinking about
I
how it's
can't.
describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice
Is this some
speak
kind
these
of
words
plot
was quite a
twist
shock
that
to
is going to
Stanley.
fuck with my brains?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up, Stanley.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the
Wake
press
up.
of the mattress on his back, the
Wake
fresh
up.
air of the world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Give this man
My
his
life
back
is
life.
normal.
His life.
I am normal.
Come on.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
This is getting sad and I don't like it. What? I'm still here.
Stanley
course.
began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
What?
I must be
It's
real.
still
I must
dead.
be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Am I possessed? Or something like that?
And
Oh my god.
everything went black.
What? Why is everything black? I mean, why...
This is the
what?
story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what? Am I now
Mariella
Mariella?
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she
That's
would
me.
soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
No, this
And
is
in
really,
that
really
moment,
sad.
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Good for
I
you,
am
Mariella,
sane.
but...
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Poor
It was
Stanley,
comforting
though.
to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there,
Wait, so
staring
she didn't
down at
call
the body,
the ambulance?
and
How,
then
how?
she turned and ran.
What? And she just left poor Stanley there, laying on the cold ground, dead. Man, this is so sad. I can't believe this is like an ending. Like, what? So, it's done. This is it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yes.
What could it mean?
Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with me in this series. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and we will see each other in the next video. Kiss you, bye!